Welcome to Strategy Academy of Fruy Strategy. The objective of this training course is to help strategy management professionals who just started career, managers who would like to learn about strategy execution, everyone who are keen to get trained in strategy execution. Fruy Strategy Academy is designed to train the participants on strategy execution concepts and encourage them to practice on their own to involve or lead strategy transformations. The course is designed based on the methodology of Execution Premium, XPP, of Dr. Kaplan and Dr. Norton, who introduced the balanced scorecard concepts to strategy world. We shall support attendees by answering questions, comments, and possible help through Zoom calls at scheduled sessions. Please write all your comments to strategy.academy@datalabsindia.com. The overall learning objectives are listed, which will help you to understand the strategy execution holistically and help you to engage in strategy transformation initiatives. You will learn the strategy execution process and its process components step by step in course. It covers below topics: Overview of Strategy Execution Framework XPP, Develop the strategy, Translate the strategy, Aligning the organization, Link strategy to operations, Execution of operations and project management, Strategy reviews, Test and adapt the strategy, Risk and compliance, Leadership and governance, Manage change. This is the agenda outline with breakup of multiple sessions covering all the course content. Session A give you the introduction part explaining the overview of methodology of Execution Premium XPP by Dr. Kaplan and Dr. Norton. We need to understand the power of intangible assets to start with. Balance sheet does not tell you everything about the company performance. If you look at the above example, the balance sheet values are far less than the market value of the organization. Mr. Narayana Murthy is the founder of Infosys, one of the largest IT organization in the world, says about the employees as corporate assets. This shows the power of intangible assets. Intangible assets can enable an organization by empowering with many key competencies. Intangible assets can develop customer relationships, introduce innovative products and services, produce customized high-quality products and services, mobilize employee skills and motivation, deploy information technology, and more. We have to measure to manage anything. That is equally true for strategy execution as well. Kaplan and Norton quotes, "If you can't measure it, you can't manage it. If you can't manage it, you can't improve it." Let us see what is Execution Premium methodology, which is most popular strategy execution methodology and helping so many organizations across the globe. Strategy execution is most important priority to all business heads. Strategy planning is very important, but strategy execution is the most important concern for all CEOs. Let us dissect the challenges hindering effective strategy execution. Today we shine a light on 4 formidable barriers that organizations commonly face on their strategic journey. Barrier 1, the vision barrier. At the core of any successful strategy lies a compelling vision. However, organizations often stumble at the first hurdle, the vision barrier. This is the challenge of crafting a vision that is not just grand in its aspirations but is also crystal clear and resonates across all levels of the organization. Without a shared understanding of the destination, the journey becomes fragmented, leading to a disconnection between strategy and execution. Barrier 2, the people barrier. People are the lifeblood of any organization, and the second barrier, the people barrier, highlights the challenges in aligning individuals and teams with the strategic vision. It's not just about having the right people, it's about empowering and engaging them. This barrier often manifests as resistance to change, lack of buy-in, or disconnect between individual goals and the broader organizational objectives. Barrier 3, the resource barrier. Resources, both human and financial, are the fuel that propels strategy into action. The resource barrier underscores the difficulties in allocating resources effectively. Whether it's a shortage of funds, a lack of skilled personnel, or inefficient resource deployment, this barrier can impede progress and stifle the momentum needed for successful execution. Barrier 4, the management barrier. Effective leadership is the linchpin of strategy execution, and the management barrier speaks to the challenges in leadership alignment and commitment. This can manifest in various ways: conflicting priorities among leadership, a lack of a unified approach, or failure to create a culture that fosters strategic thinking. Without strong and cohesive leadership, even the most well-crafted strategies can falter. Let us delve into the Execution Premium methodology, often known as the balanced scorecard, a powerful framework that transforms strategies into action. Let's navigate through the 6 stages of this methodology. Stage 1. Embark on a journey of strategic excellence. Define your organization's mission and vision, crafting a roadmap with key themes and initiatives that propel you towards success. This is the foundational step, developing a strategy that charts the course for your future. Stage 2. Translate the strategy. Here you need to translate the strategy plan into actionable terms. This is a very important step. You can translation into strategic objectives, measures, initiatives, and fix the targets. The balanced scorecard is developed in this stage. You can prepare a strategy map to showcase the cause and effect of objectives to generate desired results. Stage 3. Align the organization. Forge unity, amplify purpose. And align the organization, communicate the strategic heartbeat, ensuring every member understands their role. It's about creating a symphony of efforts that resonate with the strategic tune. This is the pivotal step where the entire organization aligns in harmony towards shared goals. Here you can align corporate strategy to business unit strategy. How the departments are aligned to have the same goal. Everyone in the organization should be aligned to the strategy, which includes board members, management, employees, and extend this to customers and suppliers. Stage 4. Plan operations. Now the strategy is formulated, translated, and organization is aligned, it is time to do planning of operations. All operational planning should be done in alignment with the business strategy, which includes sales forecasting, capacity planning, key process improvement plan, and finally budgeting. Run the business through execution. The business will be run through day-to-day operations and through projects. This is a very important function of any business. Stage 5. Monitor and learn. Monitoring and learning is the most important step, where the progress and performance can be reviewed periodically and appropriate corrective actions are taken. The strategy reviews can take place once in a month or quarter, depend on your organization. We need to separate strategy reviews and operational reviews to create more focus on strategy. The feedback loop to update any changes required in the strategy is the critical point. Stage 6. Test and adapt. The final step is to measure the progress, which strategic action is very effective and which is not. What initiative is closing the gap and which is not. Review any emerging strategies and make sure you revise the strategy through strategy refresh. Usually this is done at the year-end prior to strategy planning process. In the center you see strategy planning and operating planning processes, which are linked to all stages of execution premium stages. You continue to do the stage 1 again as part of strategy planning process and continue to achieve desired strategy execution. As you progress through these stages, remember that the execution premium methodology is not just a tool, it's a mindset that propels your organization from strategic intent to tangible results. Stay tuned for further insights and practical tips as we navigate the intricate world of strategic execution. Balanced scorecard framework, if used properly, shall help organizations in executing their strategies successfully. But understanding the overall approach and adopting it to the organization needs is the key. One size does not fit all. This is a very important point to keep in mind before venturing into your strategy execution initiatives. Let's start at the very beginning. What exactly is strategy? In the realm of strategic thinking, strategy is more than just a plan. It's a dynamic and intentional approach to achieving long-term goals. Imagine it as a roadmap guiding you through the twists and turns towards success. 1. What is our present situation? In order to navigate the path ahead, we must first understand our present situation. This involves a thorough analysis of the business environment and industry conditions. We also need to assess our firm's financial standing and competitive capabilities. By gaining clarity on our current position, we can make informed decisions for the journey ahead. 2. Where do we want to go from here? Once we grasp our present, the next step is defining our future. This involves creating a vision for the firm's future direction. What are our aspirations? What do we aim to achieve? Establishing a clear vision sets the destination for our strategic journey. 3. How are we going to get there? Voiceover. Now that we have a vision, the question becomes, how do we turn this vision into reality? The answer lies in crafting a well-thought-out action plan. This plan will serve as our roadmap, detailing the steps and strategies necessary to reach our destination. It's not just about knowing where we want to go, but also about figuring out the most effective way to get there. Let us try to introduce balanced scorecard in generic terminology. If you aim to create a balanced scorecard for your personal well-being, you need to maintain balance across 4 key pillars: faith, family, fitness, and finance. If focused only on financial growth, other important dimensions can get affected. Hence, we need a balanced approach for the life. This is applicable to the business as well. This is called balanced scorecard. Hope the concept is clear to you now. The balanced scorecard concept can be applied to personal requirements or businesses. David Norton says, a framework that translates an organization's strategy into a set of objectives and measures and aligns the organization to them through its planning and control processes. The key challenge in the strategy execution journey to keep in mind are: many strategies are not realistic and competitive. Most strategies are not implemented successfully. Let us summarize what is balanced scorecard. Balanced scorecard will have perspectives, usually 4 or more. You can have financial, customer, internal processes, and learning and growth as mostly used perspectives. However, you can change them based on the business need. For example, if you define the balanced scorecard for support services, you may not have financial perspective. Another example, you may have a perspective to address environmental, social, and governance (ESG) objectives. It is a proven approach for any kind of organization, either private sector, public sector, nonprofit, or any other institution. Anyone who wants to understand strategy execution methodology and apply, please go read the books shown in the screen. They give you a comprehensive knowledge and understanding of strategy execution. If you want to read only one book, please read Execution Premium from cover to cover. Balanced scorecard methodology is widely used across many Fortune 1000 organizations since 1992. See the linkage of objective, measure, target, and initiative with an example in the screen. Take an objective, strengthen relationships with existing customers. You can define a measure as sales volume to existing customers, tons by year. You can fix the target to grow at 6% per year compound to 2024. And the initiative can be defined as add 2 more account managers each year. You may use the template like this to think about balanced scorecard. Let us introduce Strategy Map, which is the most important part of Execution Premium methodology. A strategy map is a visual tool depicting an organization's strategic objectives and the cause and effect relationships between them. It aligns with the balanced scorecard framework and illustrates how achieving one objective contributes to others, guiding decision-making and promoting alignment throughout the organization. In this example, you may see the strategic objectives linked to one another with cause and effect manner to deliver the overall result. Strategy Map describes the process of value creation through a series of cause and effect linkages among objectives in the 4 balanced scorecard perspectives. You can find few points very important as summary. See the example strategy map depicted in the slide. Usually we will have 10 to 14 strategic objectives in total for a scorecard. This example shows you all possible objectives in general and customer perspective. You can see the process perspective to have 4 themes: operational management processes, customer management processes, innovation processes, regulatory and social processes. This is important perspective where the real work done in the organization. You can see learning and growth perspective where we can define human capital, information capital, organizational capital capabilities. Let us talk about how to define balanced scorecards for a larger organization with multiple business units. You can have BSC for corporate shared services units, strategic business units, and their departments. This slide shows you the full alignment of large corporate organization. You can have total alignment of board of directors, customers, suppliers, partners, and more. The picture shows you how corporate office, corporate units, SBUs, and SBU departments are aligned. We will have more discussion on this topic in a dedicated session. You can see the flow of modules designed to support the strategy execution in most practical way with the experience gained by our consultants over several years with many organizations. You can see strategy analysis to define strategy planning process and link to strategy execution process. Strategy translation where we translate strategy into operational terms. Performance update to be done mostly on monthly basis. How to conduct strategy review. The budgeting process, operations planning are aligned. Most importantly, actions required to be taken as part of review processes is the key. Finally, strategy refresh can take place and continue to execute new strategies. For any queries related to training, please reach to us.